Bean Soup Times is on a mission to create dope content that entertains, educates, and empowers the Black community. We keep our ear to the ground, we ask, we report to you. We help Black people to share their message. We promote real dialogue. We provide a platform to help give voice to the voiceless. We educate you on how to shop smart. Our passion is to inform you about Black events, businesses, organizations, and entertainers. We are Black owned. We are Black Chicago. We are the award-winning Bean Soup Times.
Y'all started off with that lesson, man. Appreciate it.
Greetings. What's going on, my beautiful Black people? This is your brother, your friend, Tori Muhammad. And man, we got a special update, man. We had to do this live because there's something that you guys need to know about. There's a brother who is doing some incredible things in this social media space. And you may have been hearing the buzz about our Black truth. And so we are excited, man, to give you all some updates and some information about not only what's happening in Tulsa, man. We got somebody on the ground to talk to you about Tulsa. And it's the 100-year anniversary of the Tulsa massacre. But it's also, he's going to give us an update. He is the founder of Our Black Truth, a new full-fledged, real Black-owned social media app. So we have to talk to us today, our brother, Michael Thompson. Peace. How you doing, brother?
Man, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Just out here in Tulsa, enjoying the heat, enjoying the vibe, the energy. You know what I'm saying? It's good. It's nice.
Man, so it is 2021. It's 100 years from Tulsa, the massacre of Tulsa, the beautiful Black people of Tulsa, Oklahoma, who were being self-sufficient and proactive. So talk a little bit about why you're there and the energy that you feel.
Yeah, I'm here to show our support as a people with the people of Tulsa, because when that attack occurred back in 1921, Tulsa was thriving, and the people outside of Tulsa, they were jealous because Tulsa at that time, Greenwood, was a all-Black community. It was a community that was thriving while the rest of the country was doing bad economically. If you take a look at the World Almanac and other historical documentation, you'll see that the rest of the country was doing bad. So that really made some people angry to see these Black people living their best lives. So they got angry. They just needed something to set it off. Something happened between some young Black guy and some young white woman. And then there it was. From that point, our people suffered. There was catastrophic loss of not just property, but of life as well. So that was, so that was a serious issue. And so we had to come down and show our support for those people who are related to those people who died back then. That's the only way to do it. We have to support one another.
Man, that's real. And of course, when we talk about the idea, the thought of reparations, people don't realize that there are people who are still living, who are descendants of many of those who were the victims of what happened in Tulsa. And, when we talk about the beauty and the need for generational wealth, they lost a lot. And there are many of us through various chicaneries, right, and injustices, have not been able to build generational wealth. But Tulsa represents one of those very pointed ones, where not only it was done through lies and technology, but it was done through actual violence,
right,
and attacks on those people. So, man, my heart goes out to them for what they experienced and what they lost, both from their loved ones and from the potential to be in a different economic position right now because of what their forefathers did and their foremothers did. So
That's
tell me a
right.
little bit about the energy. What's the conversation? How are people talking? Is it one of mourning? Is it one of, okay, we got to do this again, bigger and better? What's the feel?
Well, the energy is we're not going to ever let that happen again because they did use trickery. Now, let me tell you just a little bit about the whole reparations piece down here. There's a movement to get money for the losses sustained at that time. But if you go back to 1921, 22, and 23, they never received any kind of compensation because the insurance company, they played this little trick. What they did was they said that it was a riot, and a riot implies that there was two sides. So when there's two sides, the insurance company does not have to pay up because they look at Black people as being a part of what happened. Like we were at fault for what happened. But in fact, it wasn't a riot, it was a massacre. And if they termed it massacre, then the insurance companies would have to pay each and every person for their loss. So they play this little word game, and it's so important that we play words these days because words are powerful and they use it to trick us. But here is just so strong, everybody's united, they're coming together, and by today, Friday, not as it will be Saturday, tomorrow, work, but it was a heavy percent.
Oh, you're breaking up a little bit.
Out of school,
okay, great. You broke up a little bit. I hope it came through. Are you moving or sitting still?
Right.
You sitting still, right?
Sitting still.
Okay, all right.
Yes, I am.
You broke up for a little bit there. Oh, we lost him. God dog it.
Are you able to hear me?
Okay, I can hear you now. We lost.
Are you able to hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay. See, my phone has been acting weird out here in Tulsa. I don't know why, but maybe I'm out here in the country now. I don't know.
Yep. So, man, that's very important, and that's why I use the term massacre and not riot as well. That's an important point to make. And it was a massacre. It was looting. It was theft, right? Because we heard the stories about how they didn't just burn down the homes. They went in first and took out the furniture, took out the clothing, took out anything they could find that was valuable before they burnt the buildings down. And I remember hearing stories about some of the children who later on ended up maybe working for somebody in Tulsa who was wearing the clothes that some of their ancestors, had taken from them in their house. And they knew they were looking at what their mother, father, or auntie or somebody owned. And here they were just, using that loot in a very real way. That was straight up loot. And they were using it to build their generational wealth.
That's right. Exactly. And while we lost.
That's right. So, of course, as you're talking, I already know that you understand the principle that we must tell our own story. And matter of fact, not only with how you're talking right now, but what you're actually doing with creating the social media app that you can get on your phone. You can go on the website, but it's definitely something that you can have with you as you move around wherever you are in the world, right on your phone. Our Black Truth. So tell us about Our Black Truth, why you started it, what makes it different than other apps that are out there, other social media platforms, and what you hope people will do when they use it.
Okay. Are you able to hear me okay?
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay, good. All right. Now, Our Black Truth is a platform that we designed to be uplifting for our people need our own, the equivalent of our own nation in cyberspace, where we control everything. We write the rules, we enforce rules. And the thing that's different about it than, say, Facebook or any other organization is that we understand our culture. And that's why we get banned off of these other platforms, because they don't understand our culture. They don't understand our expression. They don't understand our history. But we do. So we designed this platform to be the biggest and best of any platform developed out here for social media. We have servers in 47 countries right now and in almost 200 cities. So that actually gives us a very large global footprint, whereas no one can say this is just some small operation. No, this is a global operation. And our goal is to just raise the standard of the content that's posted on social media, because social media is a hero modification tool. So it's used to make us think and feel negatively about ourselves. But we're taking it in the other direction to provide a place where we can feel good about ourselves, say positive things about ourselves, to modify that behavior, the negative behavior that you see. So that's why it's important for us to have our own platforms, and it has all the features and functionality of Facebook, and you can pretty much do whatever you want. So that's just in a nutshell, just quickly, Our Black Truth, what it is.
Man, that's beautiful, and I've downloaded it. I've been on there and getting informed about some things that I didn't see on any other social media platform. And so how many users do you have now? And that infrastructure is incredible. I think that is a big key to it. So, man, shout out to man putting in the foundation, the proper foundation. So what's the buzz? I know you did a launch, and also talk about the launch. You did one here in Chicago last week.
Yeah, we did a launch in Chicago last week, and the launch was very successful. We had a good attendance. We had a lot of key people that participated in this event, and we're also going to be returning to Chicago again in July, inviting even more people than we did the first time.
Man, beautiful. So tell us how many people are on the platform now?
We're at about 50,000 people, and we're signing up one new person every 30 seconds. Sometimes it's a little faster. Sometimes we get one person every 10 seconds, and then sometimes one person every minute. But it's been continuous. So man, yeah, we're growing, and we anticipate. So, we're anticipating getting up to 2 million people by the end of the summer.
Man, that's excellent, man. When I think about this social media world that we live in now, you know, it really kicked off with Black Planet, right? And Black Planet was Black owned, or at least I think it was partially Black owned, and it hasn't been a completely Black owned social media app really since then. So just like in music, just like in art, entertainment, we kick it off and then somebody else comes in and benefits from it. So talk about, you know, what makes you so unique from all the other platforms that's out there. And because there's some that are Black themed, but they're not necessarily Black owned. The theme is owned by a Black person, but the infrastructure, as you talked about, that yours isn't owned by them. So why does that even make a difference?
Well, it makes a difference. So say, for example, Black Planet. It was started by an Asian guy and a guy that was half Black. His father, I believe, was German, if I recall correctly. So as we all know, the father has a lot of influence on how the family is raised and what they believe and all that kind of stuff. Whereas my brother and I, the founders of Our Black Truth, our parents are Black on both sides. And, you know, and we can trace it back to Africa. But then on my mom's side, we had just a little bit of Native American, but of course, still Black, because Native Americans are also Black people because we were native to this nation. So yes, we are a truly 100% Black owned organization, and we understand our culture. So the censorship is no longer an issue. But we do censor the negativity. Like, we don't want to see the twerking. We don't want to see the pants sagging. We don't want to see anything that's demeaning or degrading. We want to see things that's uplifting and positive. So that's our goal. But you can enjoy the platform and do whatever else you want, just as long as it does not show us in this negative light that the other media shows us in.
Man, I love that, man. That's two very, I think, key components. One, being able to speak our own truth, and two, being a lot more cultural and civilized, as we should be, especially as we present ourselves to the world. You know,
yes.
I love that. I love that idea and that theme. So I know I've had people coming to me from different circles, man, that have been telling me about our Black Truth even before, you know, we actually talked. So I want to give some love to Dan's Soul Food and Cafe, brother Dolphin, Randolph Dolphin, man, has been a big supporter and telling people about it and encouraging folks to get on that platform and use it. And I see you have some real shakers and movers with Reeving Fellows and our dear brother, Reverend Albert Sampson. So you got a cross section of people who, you know, have been advocating and promoting you here in Chicago.
Man, yeah, Chicago. Hey, that's my second home right there, man. A lot of love, a lot of support. And I want to give a shout out to Dolphin and Dan Soul Food Restaurant, because they host us there all the time for meetings, events, and things of that nature. So yes, there's a lot of love shown in Chicago. That's my second home, man.
Man, beautiful. Now, where are you from originally?
From Northern Virginia. Grew up in Northern Virginia, but I was actually born in Baltimore City, but moved out of Baltimore City at an early age and ended up growing up most of my time in Northern Virginia.
Man, beautiful. So, man, what does the future look like? What are some of the things that maybe you're going to be adding to the app, and you know, how do you want people to? I mean, you really answered this, but you know, how you want people to embrace it going forward, and how should they be using it responsibly to help uplift our community?
Well, the apps are available on Google Play and the iTunes, not iTunes. I think it's the App Store. See, I'm not an Apple user. They cost too much money. So I stick with Android. Yes, sir. So yeah, you can get it from Google Play or the App Store, and all you have to do is do a search for Our Black Truth Social, and the app will come up. And just install the app, and we ask that everybody shares this information with all the people in that circle. It's so important that we do that to support Black social media. The reason being is because this is an opportunity for Black people to have the opportunity to get into a platform early where they can also grow with the company. Like all of those people that got in with Facebook earlier when it first started, they're all millionaires and billionaires. And see, we can do the same. We're trying to make Our Black Truth that place where Black people can say more Black billionaires and millionaires came out of there than any place else. That's what we want. We need to get that generational wealth going. And that's why we're building this into a 100 billion plus business. And that money, we're trying to get people to put that back into our community, and that will help raise us up, because money is a tool and it'll help us get out of some of these situations that we're in with regards to racism and mistreatment, etc. If they don't want you, why hang around? Build your own, do your own thing, be at the very top.
Man, I love it. So when you go onto the app, you can invite people by sharing it on other social media, or you can send a message to your contacts directly.
What you can do is you can share it through email, because the app allows you to enter the email addresses of people in your contact list. But what we don't do is our app does not connect directly into your contacts like all these other platforms. The reason being is it's not a technical issue, it's a privacy issue. We want everybody to rest assured that we're not just in your phone, taking your information, storing your information, creating these profiles on you. That's not what we do. We want our community to feel comfortable, and safe, that their information is kept private. So that's why we don't ask for any of this information. It might require a little bit more work to invite some people, but I want people to know we do that in order to protect your privacy.
Man, I love it. And so can people is there some advertising opportunities if people want to promote their business on there, and is that component in there?
Oh, it is. You can advertise and promote your business on Our Black Truth, and we also have the capability for you to build stores, and we will help you to promote your products and services to our user base. And of course, this user base is going to grow to 2 million, and eventually 200 million is our goal. And you'll have access to all of these people all around the globe and all throughout the diaspora.
Man, I love it, brother. I think that as more people in our community are making moves to buy land, and families are coming together to buy land in rural areas and start small communities, really similar in the theme to Tulsa, that what you're doing is helping people see the possibilities of that, and giving the digital way to do it, and it only enhances and supports the theme of doing it physically as well, right? As you mentioned earlier, man, if we don't get the respect we need, then we go build our own. And I think that it has to be in the digital space and in the physical space. So what you've done, and to be able to have it worldwide, man, it's an absolute remarkable thing. And we're pleased and proud to be one of those 50,000. Well, more than that, because as we were talking, more people getting on. But
That's
being
right.
that, that first wave of people that are getting on, and it's very exciting. And I wish you continued success as you continue to grow it, in whatever way we can assist in, helping to promote it, and figuring out how we can be in that stream, right? To either are you looking for how do people, if they want to support it financially, are you looking to raise funds to grow it, or talk about that investment aspect that you kind of touched on?
Yeah, we're actually looking to get investors on board, and we're looking for both large and small investors. And so it doesn't matter how small or how large. It's all about sharing in the Black community. We have X number of percentage set aside for our people so that they can invest. And then as business grows, of course, they'll make more money. Whenever we go public, only 30% will be made to go public, because we want to make sure that it stays Black. And that does not mean that the other 70% will just be between the people that are in the organization now. It'll be spread among any and everybody that's Black that wants to participate in this, because that's one of the most important things, is to keep the business Black, because that's again why Facebook is having the issue they're having. The people there don't understand our culture. So therefore we have to make sure that it's our culture that services our culture at all times.
Absolutely. And of course, a big part of that we've been hearing, whether it's Facebook, whether it's Google, whether it's whoever, because they don't have a lot of Black people working there and a part of growing it internally. They don't, they're not around us, and they don't know us. We're not integrated in any aspect of that culture other than we are the consumer of it. So I love what you're doing, so that we won't just be the consumers helping all these social media sites to grow, whether it's Twitter, whether it's Facebook, Clubhouse, right? We're the active ones that are growing it, but we're not benefiting from it financially. So not in the real way. There's definitely some people getting on there making money, but they're doing it not because of the foundation and why it was created. They're using those tools. So you know what I mean? So we need people that are in the infrastructure of the creating of it and generating wealth from that aspect, as well as figuring out how to use it.
Yes, exactly right. Because the people that are making money off of it, if they're making $1 million a year, Facebook is making $5 billion off of it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So that's, to me, that's still a smack in the face. And see,
That's
and also,
right.
by us being the culture that's servicing the culture, our board consists of people that are Christians, Islam, Hebrew Israelites, practice traditional African religions. Anything that originated with us is in our organization. So we have people that represents every segment of the Black community, but that's missing in all these other platforms.
Man, that's right. I love it. Yep. So you create your own league to write those big checks as opposed to just being a player on the team.
Right, right. See, exactly, because we have to have that mindset to be on the top. If you look at everybody that's a billionaire right now in the Black community, they get their check from somebody else. You know what I'm saying? There's some one person that's signing that check. See,
Yep.
but with us, it's not like that. You know, so we write
That's
our
right.
own check, sign our own checks.
That's right. Man, well, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you for taking some time while you're there in Tulsa to give us an update on what's happening there and also about our Black truth. So we're going to encourage folks. We're going to be pushing this video around so people can learn about it and encourage everyone to get that app. Go download that app and check out Our Black Truth. You'll be so pleased by the infrastructure, the look, and the information that's being shared on there and the conversations. So anything you want to say in closing?
Yeah, go ahead and go and download the app from the App Store or Google Play, and we're going to post more content from Tulsa today. We're going to keep on all weekend, and we're also going to post some videos about Black Wall Street and its history, just in case there's someone out there that's not really familiar with it. So yeah, go there, check it out, and send us a message.
Man, beautiful. Man, we thank you, Brother Michael. Man, send love to your brother. So you and your brother started the company, right?
That's correct. We're the co-founders.
And what's your brother's name?
His name is Eric Thompson.
Man, beautiful, man. So we appreciate you all for the vision and the work ethic and creating this incredible infrastructure. And we'll be talking to you soon.
Hey, man, thank you so much.
We'll be talking to you on Our Black Truth soon.
Oh, absolutely, man. Absolutely. I'll be looking for you because I'm one of the admins, of course.
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right. Appreciate you, brother.
All right, man. Peace.
All right. Peace. All right, brothers and sisters, man. Y'all heard it here. That was our brother, Michael Thompson, with Our Black Truth. We encourage you, download the app, check it out. And, find me on there. Let's be friends on there. And let's start using this wonderful, new, completely Black-owned social media app to start engaging and having the conversations that we need to grow and grow and grow. So with that, this was a nice, quick Bean Soup Live update. We're not going to hold you any further. We just appreciate you. We love you. And we'll be talking to you soon. Peace and assalamu alaikum.